Hey guys, Valtorious the Awoken here. So, remember when I made part 1 on the Jojo's Bizarre, like who is like the world's strongest or how powerful the hero stands are, right? So, today's is gonna be like the villains and stuff, as I promised. So, we're gonna start off with our man Dio. Now, Dio's Zawaldo, stand is oh my god, like when that first stand like kind of like debuted in, like I said, in Diamonds is on not Stardust Crusader, sorry, when it happened in Stardust Crusader, and that's when it was like, okay, nobody didn't know what stand he was gonna have, and next thing you know, like he had the same stand as Jotaro, so they was kind of like equal pars, but it was the fact is that when he was stopping time and he was killing, he was doing work, he killed Kakuim, he did a lot in Stardust Crusader and stuff, and too, that's when Jotaro gained the power too, and he had the ability to stop time and stuff, and I was like, okay, that was also pretty cool and stuff. And later on it gets even crazier because it's like in Diamonds Unbreakable, my favorite, like I said before in that video, my favorite was freaking Kira Yoshikage. We're gonna talk about our man Kira Yoshikage. So the man who had the power of Killer Queen and is able to simultaneously make people combust and just blow them up to an oblivion. And I'm like, boy, how you do this? Like how you do this? Like even Jotaro at one point was having problems dealing with him and stuff. And now that I think about it, even though it was Josuke, and Josuke was like the lead role. Like I don't know, like I felt like he didn't do as much as Joseph, Jotaro, and Jonathan. Like those three did a lot. Josuke, like he did do stuff, but I just don't quite remember him doing anything that was kind of impactful and stuff, because Yoshikage, oh my god, like the fucking Killer Queen when he killed the I think that friend of his, I can't remember his name, but he was kind of like screaming out Josuke, and he was like, yeah, Killer Queen and shit, and then he said, oh, he touched the door, and then that's when he activated the bomb and it blew up and stuff. Now that stand, Killer Queen is crazy. That is like probably because I did say it was like a top tiers list also, so I would strongly say that's probably like maybe number 2. Yes, I think when it comes to like busted stands, and plus Yoshikage was a serial killer, so it only made sense. It was that if he's gonna kill people, there's not gonna be a trace of anything and stuff. But he did have this fetish for hands, women's hands and stuff. That was crazy. Like the man going to the grocery store and fucking grabbing the hand and having lunch with that was crazy. But his stand, Killer Queen, his stand was pretty busted and stuff, because when the man came into the freaking, he walked into the couple's house and stuff, and they was like, what the hell are you doing here? Please leave. He grabbed his face and blown his ass up to an oblivion. Then he was talking to the girl and shit, and he was like, oh, asking her questions and shit, and I believe he killed her too. Yeah, he killed her too and shit. And I was like, god dang, man. But the most part about it was bites the dust. So when it comes to bites the dust, that is crazy, because what it does is, it's more like if the person who've experienced like that temporal loop, they are the only ones that get to see everything. The people who wasn't affected by his stand or by that ability, they won't be able to know or see anything and stuff, because when this dude came into this kid's house with his mom and shit, he was reading the newspaper. He's like, wait a minute, you're not my dad. Like, what the fuck? Then he was like, I think in a bathroom, and then that's when he accidentally, I think, used the stand by an accident and stuff, because something about the arrow, he got pierced with the arrow for the second time, and it awakened another ability, but this time it was like a way for him to go back in time for like an hour and stuff, like rewind the clock like back an hour and stuff. So whatever events that was supposed to happen, it will happen and stuff, but the only person that would remember is the person that was affected by the stand. So I was like, okay, so you see Josuke, dying again, and Jotaro dying, and then a lot of stuff happened to he had to the kid had to like help him out and stuff, like, oh, like, don't do this and stuff, like giving them, like, I guess, some sort of a warning and stuff. But I don't know, it was like Groundhog Day, because it just kept on happening over and over and over again until he had to come up with like a different solution and stuff, because it was crazy, because it was like an ultimate way of combating like any stand. Like you come forward towards him and it's just like, oh, I'm gonna blow you up. But the thing is, he didn't quite, I guess, know about the stand, or he didn't master it. It was just like a coincidence, like, oh, he gained the new ability, but he just didn't quite master it, or didn't fully understand how to use it and stuff. So eventually it led up to his defeat, and he just died and stuff. So, but the way he died, he got hit by, I think it was a car or a truck. Yeah, I think it was like that. I think it was either a car or a truck that he got hit by and stuff. But overall, like, I believe that his stand was like definitely like number 2. I believe it was like number 2, because he was doing a lot of work, killing a lot of people and stuff, and he was never caught. He was never caught until, eventually, Josuke and the rest of them, they came up and they finally caught the dude and stuff. But his temporal going back in time for like an hour, or rewinding the clock, back an hour and stuff, and you kind of being stuck in this loop, that was busted. And you just dying each time, like, it's gonna happen, like, you're dying each time and stuff. So I found that was good. And Diavolo's stand is like number 1, because the thing with him, it's like, if, let's just say, like, if Dio and him would have fought right, he erases time, and it's like he's able to skip forward, and also he's able to predict like what's gonna happen, like the future, like, oh, like, I kill you and stuff, and like this is what's gonna happen. So imagine him and Dio would fight. Dio would lose. Basically, the King Crimson, he slices you down. Like, he punches a hole into you, he slices you down and shit. Like, come on, like, what can you possibly do to this? What can you possibly do? And the only way for you to beat that stand is Giorno. Basically Giorno and stuff, because now the counter argument would probably be maybe Killer Queen, because it does go back an hour, but he does erase time. So wouldn't it actually counter and say, like, well, even if you go back an hour, all he would just do is just erase that times hour, so you're kind of fucked. So there wouldn't be no do-over. It's like, you're gonna die. So I don't know. I just don't know about that one. But yeah, Diavolo, he wasn't really shown as much in Golden Wind, but when he did appear, and how him and Bucciarati, when they fought and stuff, and he was like, oh, those who see my stand will be erased and stuff. So he punches a hole into him, and then he immediately wounds him, but, well, kind of kills him. Yeah, kind of kills him and shit. So that's when Bucciarati had to figure like some sort of a way of countering, like, how, like, he comes at you and stuff, because it has something to do with the blood. Like, I think if the blood drops fast or it skips or something, then you know that he's close by, because the thing about his stand is he has to be close to you. So all of these stands that you do, it has to have some sort of like close range, because he can't be from afar, even though he can skip time and he can just come up to you. That's the thing, he just come up to you. But it works best when you're close to him and you have like that yeah, like, you're close to him, so he has that advantage where he can just come after you. He kills you right there. And then if you try to counter it, all he's just gonna do is predict the future, see what's gonna happen. Oh, I kill you, you're gonna do this, I'm gonna move out the way, bam, you're dead and stuff. So overall, like, his stand is busted and stuff, because I was thinking about this. I was like, yeah, if he fought Dio, he's gonna predict what Dio does, and he's gonna kill Dio. And same if he was to fight Kira. Okay, yeah, Kira's moves is crazy, bite the dust, going back within an hour. But like I said, it can counter it, because he erases time. So like I said, he is number 1 for now, until we get to like part 6, where there's a guy that did a lot more. He did a lot more. Now, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but basically this dude, he fucks up Jotaro, and he changes a lot of shit. Like he just kind of like stole the whole course, like changes the whole course of the JoJo's Bizarre series, if you kind of think about it in that sort of way. But yeah, he does a lot. But Diavolo, like I said, he's like #1 for now. He's like #1 and stuff. Kira's #2 and Dio's like #3 and stuff when it comes to like villains and stuff, because everybody knows that the main villain would always get something crazy. But I'm gonna make another video for like the underrated stands, because I felt like there was a few people who had really good stands, but they wasn't shown. I felt like they wasn't given enough screen time to like fully progress with all that they can do and stuff. Because frankly, there was a few in there, and I was like, yo, hold up, you could have done more with this. But unfortunately, they either died or was just sideline characters and stuff. But yeah. But you know, let me know what you think about this like villains like top tiers kind of list. You know, because if you think that Dio could body Diavolo, you think that, I mean, listen, that's your opinion. I mean, even though I think I probably strongly disagree on that, but if you think that Kira Yoshikage will kind of be the dark horse within the two, because again, he can go back like that whole temporal time thing. He just goes back within an hour and stuff, but it has to be if you caught under that effect, you know. If you're not under that effect, I should say, because those who's caught under that effect, they're able to see what's gonna happen to the people who's not under that effect. But if he catches one of them and it's like, oh, you know, this is what's gonna happen to you, that could be the counter argument that he could body them both. You know, he could body them both. But if not, hey, Diavolo for the win here. But yeah, you know, if you like what you heard, you like, you know, please subscribe, share, you know, do all that wonderful stuff, and I'll catch you later.